job.
Exactly.
I knew I wanted to move to Florida. I knew I wanted to teach.
I knew I wanted to teach. I knew I ever since I got my first teaching gig was in my master's.
Mhm.
I subbed in for a class called Death and Dying.
That sounds really interesting.
It was an amazing class. The anthropology of death is fascinating.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah. Ever since then, I knew I needed to teach. I was like, this is what I can do. I can talk.
It's addictive.
Teaching
is addictive.
Oh my gosh.
Once you get, especially once you get good at it or comfortable with it, it's not the challenge of teaching for me is not the subject, of course, because we're all experts in our subjects. It's the how do I get this person who's on their phone excited to put their phone down.
Yep.
You know, and I think you have to be entertaining.
Right. I'm lucky I can have props.
Right.
So I pass around rocks all the time.
Yeah, pass around stones but you have to be entertaining. You have to have a loud voice. You have to be commanding. You know, and it's a fun job. It's a very fun job. It's demanding, really, and people don't understand until they do it how demanding the job really is. It's not every day you have to come
and you don't get
totally
summers
turned
off.
on. No, we all work the summer.
Right.
I think everyone in this building works in the summer.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of misconceptions about teaching. Like you just go in there and you do the same thing every day.
Right. Exactly. No, we don't know.
I mean, you can, but
yeah, but you won't be
right.
You won't get recognized. It won't be fun. You
that.
won't move up in your career. You won't become better at your craft.
Right.
And I think if you look at science people don't do that. We're not like that.
Right.
We don't sit back. We push the edge of the envelope, as much as we can until the envelope tears, and then we go back and we fix it and push it again.
Yep.
That's what we do, and especially in science, we're just like everyone who does science knows this.
You always want to do more fun stuff.
So Death and Dying.
Oh.
Tell us about that class. That sounds fascinating.
It was wonderful. I was the teaching assistant for Sonia Alcanini, Dr. Alcanini. She was great. She's a Peruvian archaeologist, and Bolivian. She's South American archaeologist. She was fabulous. So she taught about like the archaeology of death, but as well as current death rituals, like how different people treat the dead. So here we don't touch the dead. Once somebody dies, you don't touch. But in other places, like the family will wash them. Like that used to be the thing. Like you had the viewing parlor in your house because you would put the dead body there. And so now we have become removed from death. And it makes it a lot scarier. But when death was something normal that just happened, it was a lot easier to handle. And like we talked about the sky burials, which are very gruesome. So sky burials are a Tibetan ritual where people will be,
I've seen that.
I don't know. That's a dangerous Google.
Why? What will happen?
Dead bodies and lots of pieces and parts. Okay.
If YouTube pulls us down, we'll edit the pictures back out, I guess.
Yeah. So a sky burial. The corpse is placed on a mountain, and scavenging animals will come and take it.
Okay.
So those are people.
Wow.
Yeah.
And where is this?
Tibet.
Tibet. Okay.
So really fascinating stuff, but hard to talk about. And you talk about like it's giving back to the earth, and so it's the completion of the cycle in their religion.
Okay.
And we talked about like mummies, always a good topic. The Inca child sacrifices, where they would actually there was just a couple weeks ago a really cool article where they found 140 sacrificed children at a site.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, Chan Chan. Really cool. They're still getting more information out on that one, but just how we deal with death and how death was, or how sacrifice was an appeal to the gods, and how how people try to change fate. And it was a really, really fun class. I think I got to talk about bog bodies.
Tell us more.
Bog bodies are so cool. They are bodies that are left in bogs, normally in Ireland.
Go down here and click on. Just click right there.
This one?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just click and computer on.
Okay. Oh, there we go. So bog bodies. They are very, very well preserved bodies in Ireland.
Wow.
Like this guy, you can still see his red hair. This guy still got his hat on. One of them, I think this guy still has his hairstyle intact.
Wow, that's incredible.
And so this guy's only half a body. Some of them were hugging. This guy still, you can see his hairstyle.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is in Ireland.
Yeah, and he looks like he's just sleeping. But the bogs they're anoxic, so there's no oxygen in there to tear down the decomposition, or to aid in decomposition.
Okay.
I guess also in Scotland. There are no bog bodies in Florida. I don't know why that's there.
Maybe their bodies found in the bog.
But they would use this to preserve things. So we're not sure. Like this guy was hung. So they were clearly they were killed. These people all met violent ends. They were all died because of at someone else's hand. But they were left in the bogs.
That's interesting.
There's bog butter. So they would actually, before refrigerators, they'd put butter into leather bags and drop them in the bogs, and it would keep it preserved. And you can still eat the butter that comes out of the bogs today.
Really?
I wouldn't, but
no, I mean, right? Yeah, but it's nothing harmful about it. No bacteria.
Yeah.
Hasn't spoiled.
Right.
So it hasn't gone rancid in this many years.
It's really crazy.
That's because there's no oxygen to make it go rancid.
Yep. This might be a dangerous one. You never know with the risky Googles.
That's true.
But this is that's bog butter.
So it's just a leather bag with the butter inside.
Yep.
Wow, look at that.
That somebody made it.
I was going to say, that looks really fresh.
Yeah, this is actually one that came out.
That's cool.
Right?
Well, I knew about the body. I didn't know about the butter. That's interesting.
Neat stuff.
So these people would be put into the bog where they were obviously killed.
It's unclear why they were put in the bogs.
So we don't know if there are criminals that people killed or there's enemies or whatever.
Right. Yeah, unclear at the moment.
How old are they? Like what time
medieval,
frame?
Like Celtic.
So not that long. I mean, long ago, but not that long ago.
I mean, they're not ancient. They're human, like they're fully human.
Right. They're modern humans.
Right, and like they had culture and everything, obviously. So, Celtic-ish.
Where are these bogs at in Ireland?
Let's find out. Let's find it. Everywhere.
So mostly in the north.
Mm-hmm.
Where would Dublin be on that map?
Oh gosh. Here, this one's got the Dublin is here.
Okay.
And the bogs are. Oh, that's Sinead O'Connor. What? Let's go here. The bog. There's some bogs nearby.
Yeah, there's bogs near Dublin. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess you'd have to know the history of Ireland to really understand it.
Yeah, and the history of Ireland is very complicated.
Yes, it is. It's still complicated.
Yes.
Wow, that's incredible.
Fascinating stuff for sure.
Well, it's like that body they found in Italy, the guy up on the mountain.
Oh, Uzzi.
Uzzi, yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty interesting.
He is actually under hot debate because they don't know what nationality he would have been because he was crossing the Alps.
Right,
and
right.
So they don't know who he belongs to.
Right.
And it appears, the new stuff comes out about Uzzi all the time. Mm-hmm. They found the contents of his stomach. They were all still preserved.
Wow.
They found his shoes, which were woven, and he had tattoos. He seems to have been stabbed, but they're not sure if that killed him or not. But neat stuff.
That's incredible that they can figure that out.
I know, it's so neat.
Just incredible.
So neat.
I was actually in Italy, and I saw him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was behind thick glass, and one person at a time could peer through this little porthole and see him, and there he was, all dead.
I would love to see, because he's like...
Yeah, he's all a little bit twisted. It is interesting. But I think the bog bodies are more fascinating because they're just so well preserved.
Oh, yeah.
It's incredible. And also, and this is going to lead us into volcanoes now.